Alrighty, let's actually play on the CZECHMAP. So let's start. Let's see what field we own. That one way over there. So what is on it? Is it potatoes? Well, let's get a tractor. We need to go find out, don't we? We do. Okay. Oh yeah, we got to fix all this. So, game settings, seasonal growth. Oh. Come on. Good. Now. Grass. Ready to harvest. I wonder if it wouldn't be better to start off in farm manager mode. Right? Let's see. That's worth 185,000. That's worth 100,000. How much is that? That's 728,000. $319. So, what do we have here? Sorghum growing. Let's try and think about a strategy. What's gonna be a strategy? And is this gonna work for our field? Hey David, how's it going? Trying to figure out how I actually want to play this map. I actually think that farm manager may be the way to go. We got bunker silos there. With the bin, you only have 100,000. What's gonna be the best solution? Could we flip the fields? How would that highlight? Any man, money, mo. Money. Let's take out a loan. Okay. So where do we want to spawn stuff in at? Let's go. Can we go right here? Alright, let's shift all this. Alright. Harvesters. Actually, I like how this one is. Capacity. Bum bum. 12,000, 24, 36, 50. So if I do 50,000, yeah, the check map's pretty interesting, man. I like it. If I do 50,000, you just set up. I don't have to do anything else. That's gonna match the little trailer that I edited. Okay. So then we need to get the header. And that's a 45-foot header. Now, I thought there was one that would do corn also. But that's okay. We don't have to do corn. Mod. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll take and do this one. Okay. Now, if we're going to field flip to start with, we need to buy some fields, right? 5 just got done. So what's crop types? Is that going to be wheat? Yeah. Okay. So let's go up there and harvest that. Field 2. Okay. So how's David doing today? Come on, come on. Okay. I probably should have went with the bigger harvester. This thing didn't seem like it pulled too good. And then also, crap, this isn't going to go 12 miles an hour. That's alright. That's alright. Oh, maybe it is. Alright, now wait a minute. Why is that? Is that Bex? I didn't even pay attention if that header was Bex or not. Let's go see real quick. Headers. Dresser pack. Dresser pack. So if we go to harvesters. Dresser pack. No, I don't think it's Bex. Yep. Good old CZECHMAP. CZECHMAP? Czechoslovakia map. I like it. Getting a little downhill roll. Ooh. What happened here? Bump in the road? Maybe a little bounce. It's probably a bounce. Alright, let's go up one more. Go up one more, and then we can start going side to side. I think it's going to be the best way to go, because it wants to slow down while we're going uphill. Oh, look at that. So I've been playing on Elm Creek, right? And I put a tool shed in, and it did, I don't know, it raised the ground up or something. And I was like, alright, I'll try and terraform around it, whatever. So I downloaded the mod that lets you paint and, landscape anywhere. And I tried making it where there wasn't a big bump like going into the tool shed. And I screwed it up pretty bad. Couldn't figure out how to actually get it fixed. So I decided to scratch that gameplay, and then I was gonna redo it. And I figure, why not just redo this one? Hey Hank, how you doing? Yeah, so the header is a modded header. And I believe it came with well, I'll show you the harvester I think it came with. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I think it came with this dresser right here, dresser pack. And the reason I say that is because it says dresser. And then if you go over to the headers, it says dresser also. So it was whoever did the mod had it set up to where it'll go 21 miles an hour. The one thing I cannot stand about FS19 or FS22, I can't stand the harvest at 6 miles an hour. I'm not the type of person that likes to do realism. It's a video game, and I want to have fun. I want to have fun playing it. So 6 miles an hour to me is just not fun. Especially because I like playing on 4X maps and stuff. And when you get onto the bigger maps, 6 miles an hour just takes forever. So I'll do it if I have to, but I prefer not to. Now I'm just doing a little field flipping here. I'm gonna take a stab at doing it that way. We'll just see how it goes. And what I might do is go ahead and I may take and plant soybeans in my field. And let them be growing. So, do y'all know? Because I haven't played the game that much. We've had some real life stuff going on. Do y'all know if any of the contracts work, like fertilizing contracts? Do they work okay, or you know, something like that? I've had problems with the harvesting contracts, but that's all I've tried to do. And of course they didn't work. Hey Matt, how you doing? Come on, it wants to bounce around the crops right there. No clue, I haven't switched over from 19 yet. Okay. I mean, all I could do, no, I mean, we could take and rent we could rent a, what do you call it? A sprayer, fertilizer, and try it. And that should be it right there. Let's go ahead and run the pipe out. Doing well. You know that's a deep subject, right? Let's see. We need trailers. Got to go find my little edited trailer. We're gonna go ahead and buy that one. It'd be alright. Cause I can do this right here. I think. Okay. It's right. I did it right. I saw 4,000 pop up there and I was like, wait a minute, I did the wrong capacity. We'll go out this side this time. So we are playing on the CZECHMAP, Czechoslovakian, I guess. It's a PC only map, and so far it's really the only map other than the flat maps that don't really have anything on them. This is the only map that I've found so far that has it's not been an edit of one of the base game maps, which is pretty cool. If you don't like the cookie cutter square and rectangular fields like, you know, most American maps are, this one has definitely got odd shaped fields. Some small, medium, I don't know if you would say large about any of them, but whoops. Okay. Now let's go find where can we sell some wheat. Wheat. I got half a mind. We need canola is what we need. We need canola. Let's tag that place. And it's gonna be up that way. Somewhere. Nope, I'm headed the wrong way. There it is. Now the reason I've got a mod. It's called the Complex. That you can make. It makes several different things. Diesel fuel. You could do lime, fertilizer, seed. Quite a bunch of stuff. But the diesel pays pretty good. Okay. Is this right? Man, I don't know, because it's got... Where's the green light at? Okay, so the green light's just not in the right spot. Hey. Hey, like that. You know, usually when you tag a place, the tag shows up where you're supposed to dump stuff. So, I had to second guess that one. Oh, I love the sounds. It's pretty cool. $60,000. It's a respectable amount, I guess. And the green light is gone, so we can just cut through here and head back to the farm. Or not the farm, but the field. And I've never done any field flipping, so this will be interesting. I'd like to find a field that has canola on it, so we could harvest the canola and get some diesel going. But I can't remember how much the complex cost. All right, pipe out. CBW, how are you doing? How's the pigs going, Chad? All right, let's play with the steering wheel. Steering wheel on the side panel here. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn right here. I'm gonna turn around, and we're gonna try and get these little tiny spots. See if it see where the tractor was bouncing. See if we can't pick a step up real quick. Yeah. I didn't pick up all that one, but that's alright. So now, let's go back and forth. Let's just go back and forth this way. Pigs are growing way too fast, yeah. That's kind of what you want, though, isn't it? I mean, you want them to get fat, good, and big. Or does it matter to you, like, the heavier they are, does that make a difference in how you get paid? it probably doesn't matter. Yeah, that's what you want. No, I'm under contract. I only get paid so much, right? Yeah, that's why after I asked it, I was sitting there thinking like it probably doesn't matter how fast they grow, but um, yeah, I know if I wanted to like grow some for me, the ones that we did, they hell, I couldn't get them fat enough, in my opinion. I think the biggest one we did was about 450 pounds. Um, at first, it didn't want to go on the trailer, so we we had um, we had three, and the we got two of them on the trailer, but then the third one we couldn't get it on the trailer. It wouldn't go. So what we ended up doing was building a ramp. We took the other two off to be harvested, right, to the slaughterhouse, and then we brought the trailer back and we built a ramp, and we fed them. We actually started feeding it off of the trailer, and if it was going to eat, it had to learn to trust that trailer and get up there on it. So it took a couple weeks, and it got to the point where it would walk up on the trailer and eat, and I got it good and comfortable with it. Um, and then one day it decided it was going to run up on there real quick, and I was like, well, all right then. Shut the gate on the trailer, and off we went. It didn't like it. People that own the pigs want them to grow fast, except for one site. They sell at certain times, so we had to slow the growth down. Alrighty. Yeah, that was the first time we raised pigs, and I didn't know. I don't know what kind of tricks there are. I wasn't going to spend the money on the paddle or like the cattle prog, whatever, where you zap them in the butt and it motivates them to move. We didn't do none of that. So, and then we raised two more pigs after that. Didn't have a problem with them getting on the trailer or nothing. Come on. It doesn't want to climb the hill. Used to do that with the trailer. Also, back when I owned a few outdoor pigs. Yeah. Yeah, it was a neat little trick. Like, which somebody had pigs, had told me, to do that, and I was like, all right. So it worked. Okay. So it looks like we're done now. Looks like we are done. Let's turn that off. Get the pipe out. Yeah. I think if I do it, if I ever have the opportunity to do it again, it's just where we're living at now. We don't have the land. We're renting. Um, we don't have the land to do that. Um, If I could do it again, I would get one of the paddles with the beads in it, and have it on hand, you know. But I would still feed them off the trailer. That was a pretty neat trick and worked out pretty good. So let me quit yapping and we'll go deliver this. Let's see. Just gonna cycle through. I don't know if I would use that little zapper thing. I'm just not sure if I would feel 100% comfortable, and I may have went the wrong way. No, we're good. We're good. We're going the right direction. I guess for the prod, it would probably take somebody actually showing me how to use it properly, because I'm just, I don't know, I'm afraid I might hurt the pig or something, but too much of a soft heart, I guess. All right, so that was 30,000 plus 60, so we got about 90,000 off of that field. That's pretty good. Hey, look, I can see the field right there. Check this out. Yeehaw! Oh man, I didn't even have to go up that one. I could have took the dirt road. Yeah, see, we didn't have 160. We didn't have 160 cattle either. Ours was just, and I actually bought the trailer. It's still out there behind in the back here in the backyard. It was just a homemade trailer that somebody did, and it had a frame to it like they had enclosed it, right. And when I bought it for a different purpose. So the boards and the little bit of sheet metal that was on it, I took off as far as like the roof and the sides and stuff like that. So when we did the pigs, I took and redid that trailer to be able to transport them. And now we wouldn't have had no big 18-wheeler trailer, you know, nothing like that. It was just a little homemade trailer, and it worked really good. So and the one pig that wouldn't go on there, I think it had something wrong with its hoof, to where when it went to step on the ramp, it was putting his foot in an awkward position or something, to where it wasn't comfortable to go up the ramp. Yeah. See, if it's something that's like that, I wouldn't want to do it. I'd rather have them trained to where they're just going to walk up onto the trailer and not think about it. So I would like to do it again sometime. I miss that fresh meat, man. Cause so we had chickens and ducks and a couple geese, and when you wake up and you go to eat breakfast, and it is fresh eggs. I mean, eggs that hadn't even been in the refrigerator yet. Fresh. And bacon or ham or something like that. Yeah, so when we took them, they were around. The others were like 300 to 350, right? And it may not have been quite that big, but the other one, it was by itself eating all it wanted, and it took several weeks to get it to get up on that trailer, right? Plus it was already bigger than the other ones anyway. Yeah. It is the best. It's the best way to eat, man. That's a good food, man. And that was something. That was something else that surprised me that I didn't know. Um, that the eggs, fresh eggs, you didn't have to put them in the refrigerator right away. I did not know that. And you don't want to leave them sitting on the counter for a month, but a few days to a week, maybe 2 weeks at the most. You know, it doesn't hurt the eggs, and it doesn't hurt you to eat them like that either. And quail egg, have you ever had quail eggs? They're tiny. It takes a whole bunch of them to get an actual meal, right? Have enough to, like to eat for scrambled eggs or something with. Uh, Quail eggs, man, they are delicious. I guess I should probably go ahead and sell that field and look for some canola. Oops, wrong button. Okay. We're gonna sell it. Now we're up to 659,000. Never had quail eggs. They're pretty good. They're really small eggs, right? But the real high is it protein and something else. They're super delicious. All right, let's see. Canola is a green. Is it ready to harvest? No, it's not. Okay. Is that one ready? Ooh, check that out. We're gonna buy that, yes. So that's field 19. Yeah, the lady, excuse me, the lady that we got most of our chickens from, we got some quail. We got 4 quails from her. Alright, let's go this way. We'll just kind of drive around till we get there. I kind of know the general area I need to go. And we could just cut across the field, maybe. Let's see, there's a lake. There's field 16. I'm gonna tell you what, I like using these headers that have the wheels on them. I know supposedly they fixed the trailers to where they actually lock down the headers so they don't bounce around or move or whatever. But I still prefer to do the headers that have the wheels. Alright, where are we going? I thought I knew where I was going, but I don't see it popping up on the map. Well, there's 20. Ha ha. Look at here, I am in the right direction. So I would still be playing on Elm Creek if I had not messed up with terraforming, with the landscaping. I put down a shed, a tool shed, implement shed, whatever, and I took in crap. I got fed up with it because it was like I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted to, and you know, you're used to how 19 does, and you know whatever. So I just deleted the game save and was like, you know, I'll start over. Well, when I started over, I decided to change maps. So I'll figure I'll play on this one for a while. There may be some other maps that'll come out that I'll try out. Canola. I hope I got enough. I hope I have enough to where we can get some diesel being made and still be able to flip fields. That's what I want. It gets bouncy in these fields, and it wants to skip over some of the crops, but that's okay. Now, are you playing on Elm Creek, or are you playing on one of the other maps? Downloaded the game and quite a few mods on the PC, but I haven't played the game on it yet. Just been playing on the PS5. Right on. Most of the mods that I have are not they're not crazy mods. Like in 19, you know, I used to have 2,000 mods, right? It wouldn't surprise me if I got up to like 3,000 or 4,000, but I know I had over 2,000. And well, I mean, I still have them, but I had a bunch of crazy mods, right? Whether they did a 100-meter, you know, plow that was 100 meters wide, or it was a harvester that held, you know, 50 million liters, you know, whatever the case was, that they were just crazy. And I decided I'm not going to do that with 22. I'm trying to use just a few mods as possible, right? And if I'm not mistaken, we can go, I can go look. Oh yeah, there's the Seed Hawk I hadn't tried yet. So that's the equipment that I have as far as mods. I have the Dresser Pack, the Iconic Harvester. I have that enhanced John Deere one. Now the blue seeder next to it, the Multi-Fruit Kinsey. I'm going to delete that because the John Deere is doing pretty good. The John Deere one, and even the base game, it has a couple of problems with it. And then the trailer is a basic amount. You know, it holds the same as the in-game one, but it holds everything that's liquid. And then the Seed Hawk, you know, it's I don't think it's a crazy edit or anything like that. It's just a basic Seed Hawk, but I like the Seed Hawk, so I will be using it at some point. And then that little Stratman trailer I have, it's I edited it to hold 50,000 liters. So I didn't want to go crazy. Like in 19, I was doing, my trailers would hold 1,000,000 liters. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. You know, I want to keep it, at lower amounts, right? And honestly, I wanted to keep it to where I don't have to have a quad tractors, you know, some kind of big old tractor to do some of the work. I could use, with that little trailer, I can use a small tractor, and it looked good being attached to the small tractor, but it's not an overabundance of, you know, it's not 1,000,000 liters. So I'll actually have to take and empty it a couple times when I'm doing fields, and which is cool. So like I bet I had 50 different harvesters, right? And I'd only use one because, you know, it held 1,000,000 liters, and I could go do whatever field I wanted to and not have to ever worry about stopping. The way the AI cost, I don't see me putting a worker on the field and leaving it, because it's just going to cost you too much money. So I don't see me needing a big harvester that holds 1,000,000 liters. So I tried. Bex had the case. She's got the case harvester out, right? So I downloaded it as soon as I could, and then I stumbled across these that are Iconics. They don't hold as much as Bex, but they still hold a lot, right? I've just been keeping it where it's 50,000 liters. Now I do have Bex Silo, you know. Bex does great mods, man. She really does. But I'm afraid that if I'm gonna have something that holds 65 million, I'm gonna put it on 65 million, and then I'm right back to where I was in 19. AI and repairs get real expensive. Yeah. Real expensive. So I just don't need, you know, I just don't need the crazy stuff. The more we get into the game and the more mods come out, it's going to be hard for me to say, you know, to pull the reins back and be like, all right, don't go overboard. That's going to be a challenge for me. But I could see me using some of Beck's mods, but just not as many as I did in 19. Because to be honest with you, it got to a point where it took some of the fun out of the game for me. You know, I'd have a big field, and I would have a harvester that held 1,000,000 liters, and I would put a worker on the field, and I would go do something, and you know, I'd come back, and the harvester wouldn't even be halfway full. You know, and I never stopped to change trailers or, you know, to unload it or whatever. I had to force myself to play like that there at the end. Yeah, console does. Console will keep you grounded because you can't do all that stuff. Um, cannot do it all like that. Oh, and while we're here, let me check. I want to check on that. Production. I believe it is a factory complex, 195,000. So I think I'll be alright to be. I'll be able to buy the complex and still be able to do some field flipping. Yeah, yeah, I like that too. The I've got to the point, and you know this because you bought one of the Larson Farms tractors, and we got to talking about that. I like being able to be on PC and use the equipment like Larson Farms had. You know, like the Salford cultivators that they used. The different tractors, you know, like the Mod Hub might not have had them, but you could find them on like a third party site, you know, and it's just like that one tractor that I asked you about that you bought from Larson Farms, right? So I went and downloaded that tractor, but I wanted to use it for mowing, so I had to have a front 3-point hitch on it. And we talked about it, and you're like, yeah, it doesn't have a 3-point hitch. So I went online, right, and I found an actual company that makes aftermarket 3-point hitches that go on the front of tractors. So I went to their website and I put in, I can't remember the model number, but I put in the model for that tractor. And sure enough, they had 2 different models for it. And I was like, cool. So I went back into the game. I threw a 3-point hitch on there and was like, all right, I'm good, you know. And I used it for mowing. It's not about, for me, it got to the point where it wasn't about having, you know, being able to hold 1,000,000 liters or 100,000 liters, you know, whatever. I'm not beyond playing like that if I want to. It is a video game, and I think you know, I'm okay with playing like that if that's how I choose. But where I got into the realism was being able to use the real equipment that the actual YouTubers and actual farmers used. You know, it's just like Millennial Farms. or Welker Farms, one of them. They would get like the case. Crap, what was it? A case harvester on demo, right? They didn't actually buy one, but they had one on demo. So I was like, okay, so let me go get one and I'll use it. The same with Larson Farms. They had a case quad track. At one point they had a couple of John Deeres, but they had a case that was a loaner or a demo something. So I was like, all right, I did a couple of John Deeres and I had a case on there as well because of copying them. And then Laura Farms, they got the little 8RX tractor. I like to also use gravity flow wagons, such as the Brent, and we have 4 of them. Cool. So Laura Farms has, was it Brent? I don't think it was Brent. They had one of the auger wagons, and then a John Deere 8RX. And I want to say that they were both demos. They don't own them. So I was like, I could use that to fill up my seed tank, fertilizer tank, right? And do it that way. Because I already had, let me go look and see. Wrong menu. There we go. Auger wagons. Yeah, so they had the Hallmaster, right? They got the Hallmaster with the 8RX. Let's see if it's in here. Yeah, like that tractor right there. And I was like, cool. So I went and got it, and used it. And I was already using the Demco, because isn't it Larson Farms has the Demco now, right? So this other stuff, I don't know of anybody that uses this stuff. I would like to see the Demco gravity flow wagons come to console now that Giants has the rights. They might. I actually think that Dennis, the Diniz, I thought he was going to bring them to console. Don't quote me on that, but I was watching Kedrick. He was using one, and I think that they're going to try and bring them to console. You can do it. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. But yeah, when that Demco trailer, when it first came out, and the cover, how it rolled up like real slow, man, I fell in love with that thing as soon as it came out. That Demco auger wagon. That's a slick piece of machinery there. That's a slick piece of machinery. Attach tool. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, I don't know much, you know, when it comes to real life, you know, if something is dependable or not. Yeah, I don't know. And it's not like you get to see them use that equipment year round, you know? They only use it for a little bit and then it gets put up. We got to find a way to cut down to the farm. Can we go this way? It's not looking like that road. I'm over there looking at the mini map and I'm going all over the place. Yeah, I don't think that we're just gonna have to drive through the fields. Yeah, they may be too proud of them, you know? Be too proud of them and they got the price jacked up or something, and farmers are like, I'm not paying that for this when I can go get a Flowmaster, you know, for a cheaper price. I mean, I don't know. That's usually some of the things that I think about, like, they got to be able to price them where people will buy them. All right, let's see. I know this is not proper. Like, you just don't go cut across fields like this, but it is a video game. Ooh, and I think there's my farm over there. Check it out. Once I learn the map, I won't have to cut across fields like that. It's bumpy through there. Alright, now the question is, do we have enough space to put that factory down over here? Mike could do it right there. Oh, I can put it down right here. I don't want to just totally block everything. I could still kind of weasel my way out right there. If we bring it over, oh, there we go. Overlaps with another object. There we go. Right there. Okay. The ground. Ground don't look too bad, so look at there. It's not even on the. That's not even on the ground right there. So I wonder how much of that comes from the factory. Let's get some diesel going. Too bad the electric poles are in the middle of the yard. Yeah, I know. Well, at least they don't have collision. Okay. So, what we're going to do here. You know me, I couldn't leave well enough alone. So, check this out. Let's go. Whoops, we got to go this button. Let's go to production. I changed it to where it does 5 cycles per hour. So I sped it up a little bit. I don't think it's crazy, but now let's all right, I got to. There we go. Let's go down and double check the diesel. It is storing, which is what we want. And then look at this. We can put water in here and get lime out, right? So let's check the map to see. Yeah, there you go. That's what I want right there. Lime. Is there any place that buys lime? The complex, we can sell it. We can sell it to the complex for $682. So we'll let the diesel go for now. I just wonder, do I want to get a trailer and go get some water and do some lime just for the heck of it? Sell, yes. Now, the trick's gonna be nothing. How much is that? What is this? First of all, looks like corn. Nope, oats. Okay, so let's do that one. 279,000. Yep. Now let's go do some oats. Are the XML files similar to FS19? I've never edited them before. They are. For the most part, what I do, right? The as far as changing the capacity, or like with that one, changing it to where it did 5 cycles per hour instead of 1 cycle. The It works out to be about the same. Like, it's super easy for me. The 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 commands, like how the XML file is written, I guess, is just like it was in 19. If you make something hold a whole lot of material and it adds a bunch of weight, you can do the adjust mass equals false, right? Just like you did in just like it was in 19. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Is this the field right here? Yes, it is. And like the cycles, when with changing that, the cycles per hour, all I had to do is go in and change the 5 or the 1 to a 5. And I actually did it to where at first I changed it to where it was let me see. When you first download the mod, it does 1 cycle per hour. And like with the diesel, it takes 500 liters of canola, but it gives you 1,000 liters of diesel, right? So, or it's 50 and 100, something like that. It gives you twice the output as what the input is. And it was just too slow for me, you know. So when I first edited it, I made it do 5 cycles an hour, and instead of giving me 1,000 liters of diesel, it gave me 5,000 liters. So I actually sped it up by like 25 times, and then that was like too crazy. So I knocked it down from 5,000 liters. I put it back on 1,000 and let it run like that, and it seemed like it was a good amount. It didn't just do it super quick. You know, you had to wait on it, and it worked out pretty good. So if I feel like I get to a point where it's making it too fast, I'll go in and change it to like 2 or 3. But 1 cycle per hour just did not seem like it was nowhere near enough. Their flour production, right? Let me turn this off for a second. So I'm not trying to talk over it. I could back up. The flour production, right? It was doing 150 liters an hour. Now I haven't gone in and changed it. You can go online and you can buy a tabletop grinder, little flour mill that it's got a clamp that it clamps to the side of your table or countertop or whatever, and you can do 150 liters an hour by hand, just by sitting there cranking a wheel. And I was like, I'm taking wheat to a factory and it's only going to give me 150 liters an hour, and I can go in real life, I can go buy a tabletop grinder and make that much by myself? Nah. So that stuff to me just is not realistic at all. Some of it. It's worse. To me, it's worse than realistic. So, and when I saw what it was producing as far as like, like diesel, um, an actual plant. I honestly feel like an actual diesel plant, or so the production stuff is gonna make stuff quicker than what the game has it set to. Like I don't need 1,000,000 liters an hour, you know. Uh, I don't know, maybe 5,000 or 10,000 liters an hour. I mean, if you think of like a factory or a plant or something like that, would that be too much to ask? I don't think it would be anywhere near realistic. But if you if you look at the size of the buildings, and maybe 2,500 liters an hour, right? For some of the buildings that they have, I think that might would be more realistic. So now I'm not trying to play realistic, but I don't want it to be dumbed down to the point to where it just takes forever to get anything done. You can fill my glass up. That'd be all right, babe. I love you. Wife comes in here with a pitcher of tea and's like, "Hey, you want me to fill your glass up?" Like, sure. Oh yeah, you know. And but all right. So here's another thing, right? If you were to take an ethanol plant like that and try and put it on this map, how big a plant would that be? You know, would it take up the whole map? Half of the map? A fourth of the map? Like, I try and with the flour thing, okay? The little tabletop mill that you can buy, um, it when you look at the size of it, and then you think about, you go and look at the size of the building that they're using for a factory. um, I try to think, if it's in a factory this size, maybe it's not going to make 1,000,000 liters an hour, okay? But is it possible that it would make 3,000 liters an hour? That's what I'm trying to keep that in mind. So when I edit something, I'm not editing it. Like the first time I did it, it did it by 25. Yeah, probably a fourth of the map for sure. Um, and then you got some kind of at least a couple of railroad tracks running beside it, because they got to have somewhere to stage the trailers. You know, plants like that, they just don't have one set of tracks running by their plant. They're going to have several tracks where they can stage trailers and move stuff around. I would think, you know. Um, at least two sets of tracks. That way they could have something on one side, and if there's a train coming by, they'd be able to pass the plant. You know, wouldn't be no big deal. But if I'm going to edit something, I kind of want to do it in proportion of what I'm looking at. Now, the little trailer that I did, I made it hold 50,000 liters, which is by no means realistic for that size trailer. But with FS19, I was using the big trailers, the big tractors so much that I wanna play around with using some smaller stuff. Um, and instead of making something hold 1,000,000 liters, I toned it down. Let's say 100,000 liters, or less. And that way, with that little trailer, I can carry a fair amount that's not just too crazy, and it look okay being pulled by a small tractor. Because that's something I care about too. Um, you take something like that Reich 120 that we had in FS19 that holds 300,000 liters or whatever, and you hook that up to a little farmall tractor, like a 1965 farmall tractor. It looks ridiculous, right? Now they have unreal capacities in the game, right? So if I'm going to do something unreal, I'd rather have the trailer look decent with what it's being pulled by. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, several tracks for sure. And you know what? A there's actually a mill here in North Carolina, and it still works. Uh, they only run it about twice a month. It is um, it's a stone mill, it's powered by water, right? So it's next to a creek or river or whatever, and the water goes across the wheel, and it makes the stone turn. Um, I could call him and ask him how much product they get running that. Could see what a mill, something like that would be capable of. But you know what? I actually think it would be cool um, to buy one of those tabletop mills, right? And then see if you couldn't get a hold of some wheat. Maybe somebody around here might have some. You could get some wheat or some oats or something. I'd like to try it with wheat, right? And see if I couldn't grind up my own wheat and make my own flour. Like just kind of like as a little hobby thing. Even if I only did it one time, I think that would be cool. And we got a little spot right there we're going to go catch. Now let's get up here where we can see. Turn that off. Yeah, more than the hand grinder. You would think. Uh, yeah, and they actually bag it up and sell it too. So, but They run it twice a month, and you can go watch it, watch the little process, or part of it anyway. Let's see, what do we have? What is that actually? That was oats, wasn't it? Uh, yeah, that's oats. Oh, but the cool thing about that hand grinder, the wheel that's on it, it's a big wheel, right? And I think this is why you can do 100. You know, it's a little over 150 liters an hour, but it has a big wheel on it that you can take and you can hook up a motor to. You know, like a belt motor, or yeah, the the wheel that the handle is attached to has a groove in it that you can use, kind of like an alternator belt type thing. Um, it's pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like, of course, it probably wouldn't be till spring before we go down there again. Um, yeah, and I think it's what it is. It's just like two stones, two big old round stones that sit on top of each other, and their grain gets fed in between them, and the stones rubbing across each other is what grinds it up. It's pretty cool. And they make cornmeal. You know, they grind up corn for cornmeal. See, that would be neat, man. You can make your own cornbread. Okay. Now, where was it that we went? Let's see. Can I remember how to get up there? Oh, let's sell that back. 36,000 liters. Oh, no. I think I went the wrong way. And it's okay if I did. Actually, I think that was the dirt road. So, um, let's see. We're going to go up this way. Alright, so there's the field that we just did. Right? Yeah. I went the right way. Show me the money. Show me the money. 46,000. That's not bad. I guess I think what I'm gonna do. I am gonna get some water. We need to get a trailer. We could do a small trailer because we don't want to get too carried away, right? We can do a small trailer. Get some water, make some lime, and we can sell the lime. But if we're gonna do that, I think we need to buy the water. I think that would be fair. Because we need to generate some money to where we can get some fields. What I have discovered about this game so far, for me, is the more fields you own, you can compensate for the growth time. Right? Now I don't play like normally. I play with five times the speed. So I can imagine how horrific it would be with normal growth or normal, like real time, with how long it takes. I kind of miss the names of the sell points not being on the PDA. Yeah. I agree with you. To be able to look at the PDA and say, oh yeah, okay, this is where I need to go for this, or this is where I need to go for that. Yeah, I miss that too. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to leave this trailer parked right here. Okay? Like that. And I actually think this is the better tractor. So we're going to swap this out with the trailer back here. Or the tractor. And actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at the I'm going to look at my inventory to see which one has the more horsepower. They actually look like they're about the same size, so we'll see. I bet the Massey's got more horsepower. Medium tractors. That says 325 horsepower. Hell yeah, that's 175. So what we'll do is we'll take and we'll hook this one up to that trailer. And we can leave this sitting here. Let me make sure. Yeah, it looks like it would dump into it automatically. Would there be a better place to park it? Hey, what if I did it like this? If I parked it on this side. That way it's kind of out of the way, right? So all I have to do is we could come in with the harvester and it's full of product, whip it around, and then go right up to the trailer, and it just automatically start unloading. At least the sleep anytime feature on console sure helps with the long growth periods. Yeah, um, and that's what I'll do at the beginning. I have a mod on PC that allows me, well, first of all, I can sleep anywhere, right? I've got that one. But I also have where I can speed the time up to 12,000. And sometimes I'll do that as opposed to grunting, okay, I'm going to go to the house, get the sleep trigger or whatever. I'll just stay in the tractor and I'll hold 0 till it's 8 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Which to me is the same as it being like sleeping. So, alright, what do we got here? There's no need to spend money on a harvester or a planter when you got that. So what we do need to get silos. Yeah. Oops. Oh no, it's not gonna be silos, it's gonna be containers. I think that's a lime station. Is it the multi-fruit buying station? Crap, I can't remember. Containers. Multi-fruit buying station. So one of these is 82 Studios. And then I have one that was somebody else's that I edited, but it won't, I edited the prices on it, but it won't hold it, or it wasn't sell as much stuff. Alright, so now let's put it right here. We need a trailer. At least asleep. Oh yeah, we already talked about that. Alright, let's go to animals. Now there's the one, that was 90,000. 32,000. This one holds 8,000. 7,300. We can do this one and fill it up a few times. Let's do that. Let's fill that one up a few times. Because you figure 7,000 liters. Boy, that didn't look like water coming out of there, that's for sure. $547. So $547. Excuse me. I feel better about that. Like, that's not a bad price. You're gonna pay for the water, and then you're gonna turn the water into something else. Oh, let me get that going first. Lime. Okay. So, and then here's what's cool about it. Okay, that's storing. So here's what's cool about it. That gives you lime. Then you could take lime and make road salt. Right? So if I could go ahead and turn that on and make road salt as well. So let's check out. Lime is going to, right now it's $678. So road salt, Complex doesn't pay. Nobody pays anything for road salt. Diesel is 4,552. So, straw. Let's see, what is it? Straw you can use to make manure. Like this little thing right here. Let me check this out. Where's the manure? See, you can take straw and make manure out of it. That's just crazy. Crazy. And then there's something else where you take manure, solid fertilizer. Yeah, you take manure and you can make solid fertilizer. It's crazy. Okay, we got water. Water's what I think we'll go with about 5. We'll fill this up about 5 times. Yeah, that does not look like water coming out of there. It's brown. That's some dirty water. So I'm curious. Let's see. It's been an hour or so, right? I want to see how much diesel we've made so far. It's been at least an hour since I started the diesel, I think. Maybe. Diesel. 15,000 liters. So that would be about 60,000 bucks already. So if we sell that, let's see. No, I'll wait to 25 minutes. Surely we will run through 25 minutes of time. All right, we're at $486,000. $485,000. Let's see, that's 3. We'll do it 2 more times. 2 more times. I'm kind of surprised that it doesn't take diesel to also make solid fertilizer along with the manure. Yeah, like something like using the diesel to power the plant, you know? Yeah, like I was surprised at that stuff too, you know? And like you just straw just to make manure? Like who come up with that? I mean, I'm not complaining. It's a pretty cool mod, but it's a it's a cool little production thing, but I don't know. It's I mean, you would think something would have to power the plant, right? But see that, and then also the productions aren't the productions that way anyway. Like some of the stuff, like to make the cloth with the wool, all what you have to do is give it wool. 12 more minutes. 11 more minutes. Let's just do this. I'll tell you what. We'll do this until 6 o'clock in the game. Yeah. But then a lot of this, and this is one thing I like about about having that mod, right? Is a lot of that stuff you can make it for yourself. Yeah, okay, you can sell it and make some money, yeah. But you could save some money, because you can make your own seed. You can make your own fertilizer. You can make your own diesel for your equipment. Um, it's not always about making money, but if you can find ways to save money as well, that helps you in the game also. So on Elm Creek, I was using a one of the drivable fertilizers that took liquid fertilizer, right? So on here, I want to make my own. Um, Once I get a cow pen going, I'm gonna take the manure and I'm gonna make my own fertilizer, and I'll use solid fertilizer, right? So at least I won't have to buy fertilizer or the seeds. I can't remember what it takes for the seeds, but we'll look real quick. It's about to roll over on the hour, so I should make some money. 483 up to 528. 83, so that would be 1737. $45,000 were made off of that. So now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go back to storing the diesel. Let's see, how much canola do we have? We still got 26,000 liters. Okay. But like your seeds, right? So you got to have wheat, plus you have to have fertilizer. Okay. So you can make your own seeds. Solid fertilizer just takes manure. You can got hay, silage manure, TMR. So you can make your own TMR with this. Pig poo. Let's see. I don't know what that symbol is as far as making silage. Is that chaff? What is that? Let's go see if we can find that symbol. I would think that that would be chaff, right? But anyway, you can make your own TMR. So, you know, just stuff like that. Um, yeah. All right, so we're good there. We'll go park the trailer. And it is 6:13. So I want to plant um because we got grass up here in that one field. Let me make sure that I don't have. Yeah, okay. It's still just that one field. So, growth. What's in this field? Is that potatoes? Nope. Sorghum. Sorghum. Potatoes. Go back up. Let's go to growth. Ooh, we may do some potatoes because they pay good. I'm not sure of that symbol. Hard to see on the phone. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's not on the list, so um, I don't know what it is. Let's see here. Open this up so I can see where it says. There it is. Start filling. 1,600. It doesn't hold a whole lot. I will say that. So what would be beneficial to plant? I think potatoes take forever. And we know soybean pays good. Let's do soybeans. I guess. Either soybeans or canola. If we make canola, then we can turn that into diesel, which will be more profitable. And this isn't a big field, so okay. And it's not a big planter either. Now, I think it was Silly P. Check this out. Silly P was talking about these markers that are on the side. If you use those, that they will dig up rocks also. Now, of course, you have to have the rocks turned on, I guess. But I found that to be very interesting. And actually, I kind of want to hire a worker for this because of how small this planter is. Okay. Let's see. I don't have it. I don't have it like that. So if I use the marker, because I don't have the field rocks turned on. Yeah. It's just something I've never done. I've never really used those. So we'll put that back up. We're gonna get it turned around, kind of something here. I just want to see. We're gonna put the front of the tractor right there. Hit Z for the other side, and then try and keep the tractor in the brown. Whoops, I'm getting off there. Oh, check that out. If I do it like that, alright, so let me ask you this, CBW. Do you see how it's tearing the crop out? You're losing crop if you use that, right? You're losing crop. Is what it looks like to me. That might be a study that we have to do. Which I get, you know, for harvesting, you wouldn't have to. For harvesting, it wouldn't matter because the header's so wide. And you're not going to have, if you do it with this, you're not going to have the ridge marker. Yeah, for harvesting, I wouldn't have to use it. Well, harvesting, you're not going to have the ridge markers anyway. Duh. Alright, let's go on. Let's go on and do our headland pass. Alright, let's see. Shift Z. Nope. So we have to get out. Shift Z. Right. Gotcha. Yeah, and with the harvester, you wouldn't have to use the ridge markers. So, um, I'm plowing over the grass, so it's not like I'm worried about losing the crop anyway. So, um, yeah. And to me, the ridge markers would be more of a thing, um, eh, from a game aspect, right? It would be more of a thing where I would worry about it with a small implement like this. The um, um, if you're using like a DB90, DB60, something like that that's wider, I wouldn't worry about the ridge markers so much because you're you're gonna cover enough ground with it. It's not gonna take, overlapping's not that big a deal when you're using something real wide. The ridge marker to me would be more useful with the smaller equipment. That's my take on it. And a marker doesn't leave as big a footprint as the game shows. Yeah. So you get to there, hit Z twice. Uh-oh. I should have waited. That's alright though. You live and learn. I'm not used to using a ridge marker, so. There was on FS19, there was one of the tools that I had, it had a ridge marker on it, and I tried using it, but it wouldn't work, right? So it was one of the things that was like, oh, it doesn't work, so I never used it. Um, but I kind of felt like it would be cool to be able to use it. I'm just going to try and go straight. And let's see. So we're. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Now, let's go back down this way. Yeah, which one? That makes sense to me. Let's do it that way. We may change it up when we get to the other little part. Kind of think that's cool. Okay, so right here, we'll make it come up. And then also, you know, with GPS, you really didn't need it anyway. I got so accustomed to using GPS that the ridge marker didn't matter. Yep, and nowadays you don't hardly use markers because of GPS and auto steer. Yep. But I guess, you know, if somebody either couldn't afford to have the GPS, or you know, smaller operations or something, the ridge marker might be useful for some people. Maybe. I think it's cool though. It's a neat little feature either way. Oh, and you know what I was supposed to be planting here? It's not what I'm planting. Oh goodness, I forgot to change the type of seed. Life is good. Life is good. I wanted to do canola. We'll get canola next time around, I guess. And we could probably just buy a field and plant canola in it. Whoops. I think I'm at a point where money-wise I'll be alright. I can always just sleep my days away. Yep. Did not mean to do that, but I'm gonna make the best of it. We're gonna plant this. The field's already about halfway done, and we're gonna make the best of it. So, uh, let's see. It looks like that's what, wheat. There's something in that plant that we can use wheat for. Or we could throw down some chickens. Nah, I don't want to get in. I really don't want to do the animals. Cows is okay. I really like doing the cows more in FS19 because when you fed their trough up with food, it lasted for 10 days. It don't last for 10 days on here. Baby, you warm enough? I can, I'll be right back. And now there's F12 for money, right? Yeah, but, you know, I don't want to, I don't know. I don't want to cheat the money in. I really don't. Not like that, you know? I got my short sleeve shirt on. I'm about to sweat to death. What did I do? Oh, I hit cruise control. Okay. Alright. It threw me off there. I was like, I thought I hit B and hired a driver. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Okay. Here we go. There we go. Whoops. Where did the ridge marker go? What's going on with the ridge marker? The ridge marker quit working. All right, what happened here? What is going on? Everything quit working. It's turned on. Oh, dummy. This is going to be one of them days right here. So, that, we need to drop it down. Drop it like it's hot. Okay. Can we just... That's small enough. We can just go around, I guess. We could just do this. And even the what is it? The sign that you put down, right? I don't like using that either. The one that's $350 an hour, I would be okay with using it. But $350,000 an hour, that's just not how I want to do the game. I don't want to start the game with $10 million. You know, I don't want to do something just totally crazy like that. You know, if you have a sell point that pays good money, or, you know, like I edited that one production to where, you know, it does more than what it's supposed to, right? But I'm at least doing the work to get the stuff to put in there, you know? So it's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black type thing. You know what I'm saying? For me, I would only use the money cheats for starting a game save. Yeah, now I've done that. I've gone in and I've started a game with, like, let's say $5 million or $10 million, $100 million, whatever the case was, and I was like, because I wanted to start the game with a certain equipment, right? And $100,000 or $1.5 million was not going to cut it. So I would add money in to do something like that. But when I actually start the game save, I would take that money out and make it zero, right? So, okay, here you've got your starting equipment. Okay, if you want to upgrade from there, or if you decide that you want to buy more stuff or whatever, then you have to um, you have to earn it, right? Now, I wish, and this is me, um, my opinion. I wish the game would let you borrow more than $500,000. Okay, to where if you wanted to, you wouldn't have to cheat the money in. You would be you would have a loan and you would have interest, right? And it would be more realistic because you know as well as I do that some of the equipment costs more than $500,000. You know, so like right off the bat, if you could borrow more than $500,000, I think it would be I think it'd be a lot better. Did I turn my volume down? Because I don't hear my game volume. Oh, there we go. Just my operating loan is over $500,000 per year. Equipment is beyond that yet. Yeah. Wow, I've been doing this 2.5 hours already. So probably when I get once I get this field sown, probably gonna get off here, maybe watch some TV with my wife or something. Cuddle up with her. I may look into buying another field. Let's see, how much is this field right here? First of all, what's in it that's ready to be harvested? Sorghum. Does sorghum pay good? Ooh. Alright. I'll buy that. Alright, now wait a minute. It's already been harvested. Dang it. Well, it doesn't matter. How much is that field? 319,000. And that one is, oh wait, yeah, I can't afford it yet. We'll go ahead and buy this one. So that'll give us 2 fields that we can work with. I can make them one big field. We'll go sell the diesel, whatever diesel we have, we'll sell it. And I need to see about getting that John Deere planter seeder. And yeah, I think that'd be the next best move to make if this tractor will pull it. So then we could take and plant. I could take and plant soybeans or canola. And one thing I might do is once I get rolling, if I can get to a point where it does pretty good, I can cut back the cycles on the production. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. There goes some deer. Okay, let's fold it up. Now let's go sell the diesel. I'm not sure about how much. We'll check on the lime. May have to run the clock forward a little bit just to make it 11 o'clock. Duck down underneath those trees. Whoa. Okay, let's run over there. I'm not going to be using that. Okay. See how much money we make off of the... Let's see, we got a lime. Where's the lime at? Where's the lime at? 84,000 liters. I can't remember how much the lime paid. But we'll sell that. And we need the diesel. 53,000 liters. That's going to be a couple $100,000 right there. Okay. So now, let's run the clock up to 11. Whoop, I went way too fast. God, that went way too fast. Alright. So 389,000. I didn't even see how much we made. Diesel. We need to put that back on storing. And the lime back on storing. So now, if we go in, where's the money at? Is that... $190 sold products. So we made $191,000 doing that from those two. So that's okay, I guess. Pretty good. We are in September. Yep. All right. Do we want to go ahead and sell the equipment and buy the one planter? We'll worry about that later. Hey, look, CBW, I really want to thank you for your time spent. Everybody else that has come in and watched, took a peek or whatever, I really appreciate it. Won't take for granted your time that you spend watching my content. I really do appreciate it. So, life's too short not to have a little bit of fun. Play the game, enjoy yourself. You know, Chad, chase the pigs around the field or, you know, around their pen, whatever. Have a little bit of fun. Play tag with them. Do something. Tell your loved ones you love them before it's too late. And again, I just want to thank everybody so much for checking out my content. I really appreciate it. I hope y'all have a blessed evening. And weekend's coming up, so I hope you guys have a good weekend as well. And with that being said,